I'm sure I've read something like this before, but I've edited it and it's a bit shorter, and I think it's a bit better. Lived in Scotland in a naval letting, and went back to it a couple of years ago to see what had happened to it, because it was really run down when my family lived there when I was about 8, 9, 10. Returned to Glenvilla. We loved the place. Couched in its deep hollow, the grey 4-square house that used to wait for us, below the splintery gate and the balding gravel drive. Now the apple orchard's gone, the kitchen gardens matted with mint and feral raspberries, the guzgog bushes guarding their sour treasure, gone. Nothing left of the drying green's fecund tangle, where our mother daily fought the Scottish weather to bring in dry the sheets and frocks and shirts, and the pigs poked their brown fleshy snouts through rusty bars from their own exhausted field, begging for crunchy yarrow stalks and dandelions. Neat flower beds, a patio, tall wrought iron gates, the stable a triple garage, an ordered Eden created from that rented, neglected Georgian pile. We turn the car in the narrow lane and drive down to the muddy firth to meet the shore, that's still battered by the icy wind. And Dónall remembers that very well, don't you?
Yes. Oops. Right, this is called The Me I Am. I laugh with a dead man's laugh, a man I never knew. My grandfather's laughter, flowering like springtime, blossoming in my mouth, not listening to the years. Time joins the dots, painting by numbers. I see with my mother's eyes the world stealing into my mind, become music, anything it chooses. Time joins the dots, painted by numbers. This gesture is my big sister's, gather me up into her nearness, tenderness. Time joins the dots, painting by numbers. My father's love beats in my heart, sings in everything it touches, amuses me to see how I am, all these others as well as me. Time joins the dots, painting by numbers.
This is one I've been working on for about 6 years, and it's still not right. I don't know why this first line, which is also the title, came to me, and I've wanted to write a poem on it. Anyway, it's I'm in love with little spaces. I'm in love with little spaces, gaps and holes and small hiatuses, virgin canvas, clean white pages, frames and arches holding landscapes. Winter trees like leaded windows, glazed with blue or stormy grey, ornate iron gates and railings, space defined with curlicues. I love my perforated skull, my storehouse full of memories, the hinged jaw poised to vent my voice, the nostrils where I breathe and sneeze, the synapses within my brain that link my thoughts interstices.
A corporal's definition of poetry. What is it? A corporal's definition of poetry, sir. The perfect summer's day, a sky a postcard blue, hate distorted voices, faces chanting, stick it in his guts. A lark ascending throws itself against the vault of heaven, only to be rejected. Make it hurt, twist it about, kill the fucking bastard. God has a sick sense of humour to have bayonet practice on such a perfect day. The world whirlpools down the plug hole of Corporal Urbel's almighty mouth. He hates me because I, Private Dempsey D, number 835572, am not showing enough hate to kill a sandbag. Sweat trickles down my spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. The sandbag sucks the blade in. I won't give it back again. I pull it out and fall upon my derriere. The sandbag bleeds sand, mocks my efforts, which displaces the book I have about my person. What's this? What's this? Corporal Horrible hisses. A book, Corporal. I can bloody well see it's a book. A poetry book, Corporal. In parentheses, by David Jones. In what? Do you think I'm tick or what? What, Corporal? Don't you want me, sonny Jim? His spit peppers my face. There isn't enough white space around the words for it to be a poem. That's not an accurate definition of a poem, Corporal. He froths at the mouth, tears it in half, throws it over his shoulder. Why, you impudent little pup, get that rifle up, up, up! He runs me around the training ground 3 times and then 3 times more. Later I go back and find only half of it, the half I had already read. A sheep is nibbling it. But like the corporal, it isn't to his taste. Over 40 years go by, and here I am, an ex-army man, finishing the second half of Jones's in parentheses, remembering all too well the hell of running round and round the training ground, 3 times and then 3 times more with my rifle high above my head. Oh, the agony of bearing arms. Remembering, too, never to argue with a corporal's definition of poetry during bayonet practice. Do not attempt this at home, children.